So the first thing to notice is that the function that you want to differentiate is in the form numerator over denominator, which is a quotient. So it's in the form of a quotient, so we have to first use the quotient rule. So when we differentiate, the first step is going to be the quotient rule. So it's denominator squared, so that's 2 minus x squared, the whole cubed, whole to the second power. Denominator times d by dx of numerator minus numerator d by dx of denominator. So in the next step, we need to find the derivative of 3 minus 2x squared whole to the fourth. So this looks like x to the fourth. So we have to use the chain rule because the inner function is not an x, it is 3 minus 2x squared. So our first step is differentiate the outer function with respect to 3 minus 2x squared. So we get 3 minus 2x squared to the 1 less, so it's cubed, times d by dx of the inner function. So that's equal to 4 times 3 minus 2x squared the whole cubed times the derivative of the inner function, which is equal to negative 2 times 2 is 4, x to the power of 1 less than 2, that is 1. Similarly, this looks like an x cubed, except that it's not an x, it's a function of x. So we have 2 minus x squared to the second power times d by dx of the inner function, 2 minus x squared. So that's 2 minus x squared. D by dx of the inner function is negative 2x because the derivative of 2 is equal to 0. Now all we have to do is replace the derivatives. Here we worked out the derivative, so we need to replace the d by dx with the final derivative. So in this step, all we've done is replaced the derivative d by dx of 3 minus 2x squared to the fourth power with 3 minus 2x squared the whole cube times negative 4x. And same thing here, we've replaced this, that is d by dx of 2 minus x squared the whole cubed with 3 times 2 minus x squared whole squared times negative 2x. Now in the next step, we'll combine all the terms, clean it up, and rewrite the expression in a way that is clear. So we've combined the negative 4x with the 4, and that's how we get the negative 16x. We've combined the negative 2x with 3, and that's how we get a negative 6x. These two negatives make a positive. And another thing we did was a to the m whole to the n is a to the m times n. So we multiplied the exponents. Our next step is to factor out the expression, factor out terms from the expression. So notice, go step by step, look at the numbers first. That's a 16 and that's a 6. The only common factor between a 16 and a 6 is a 2. So we have 2. And then x is common, so we factor that out. Between 2 minus x squared the whole cubed and 2 minus x squared the whole squared, 2 minus x squared the whole squared, which is the lower exponent, is a common factor. Between 3 minus 2x squared the whole cubed and 3 minus 2x squared to the fourth power, 3 minus 2x squared the whole cubed is a common factor. So we factor that out, and now we write the leftover terms. So there is a negative leftover. 2 times 8 is 16. So if I factor the 2 out of 16, I get an 8. I factor the 2 minus x squared the whole squared, I'm left with 2 minus x squared to the 1. And 3 minus 2x squared the whole cubed is factored out, so that's gone. Now this becomes a plus. Remember, the negative and the negative make a positive. Out of the 6, 2 is factored out. I'm left with a 3. The x is gone. It's factored out. Out of the 3 minus 2x squared to the 4th power, 3 minus 2x squared the whole cubed is factored out. So we have 3 minus 2x squared to the 1. And 2 minus x squared the whole squared is factored out. So this is what we're left with, divided by 2 minus x squared to the 6th power. Now all we have to do is simplify the expression inside the parentheses. So we have 2x times 2 minus x squared the whole squared, 3 minus 2x squared the whole cubed. 8 times 2 is 16, so that's a negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. Negative times negative is positive. 8x squared plus 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6x squared. The whole divided by 2 minus x squared whole to the 6th power. So when we simplify this expression, negative 16 plus 9 is negative 7, and 8x squared minus 6x squared is 2x squared. Now one last thing to do is notice that we have a common factor here. So 2 minus x squared the whole squared, 2 minus x squared to the 6th power. So 2 minus x squared the whole squared. The 6th power can be split into 2 minus x squared the whole squared times 2 minus x squared to the 4th power. So basically it's 1 over 2 minus x squared to the 6 minus 2, which is 4. So when we cancel these two, we get a 4. And this is the final answer.